professional careers for women. See, we all know that women, get educated very well, they study very well. In fact, in most of the board exam results, you'll find that the girls are the toppers, right? Yeah? And, then women do very well and they also get into the workplace. But after they get into the workplace and after they hit that nice positive roadblock called marriage, okay? I'm underlining those words, it's a positive roadblock. I mean, we're not saying anything negative about the whole institution of marriage. All of us, most of us definitely are happily married and we want to stay that way. So the fact is that marriage and childbirth act as impediments to a woman's career in today's society. A lot of reasons for it, but what it actually translates to is the fact that many women drop off the career track. So women then start giving priority to their family, start giving priorities to the fact that their roles as caregivers, mothers, wives, daughters-in-law and every other relationship that you think of, that takes precedence. And that therefore, actually puts a spoke in the wheels. And this causes women to attrite or ramp off from the workplace in large numbers, very large numbers. So over the past 6 years, ever since we set up the Avatar Ivan network, it was a very small network, just about 200 women in the sleepy town of Chennai, which is not so sleepy anymore, and which I would actually sort of relate to the way Jaipur has grown. So we started this network about 7 years ago in the year 2005 with just about 200 women who all said that we have taken a break in career, now we want to come back. And we said, let's put this network together and see what can we do. How can we actually create a service out of this? We are a social enterprise. So all the work that we do is developmental in nature, and it's it's what we call a social orientation in terms of adding to the society and giving back to the society. So this small network of about 200 women got started off in the year 2005, and from that point onwards, what we have been doing is this. So we looked at the huge database of women, the presence of women in the workforce. It was about 58 lakh women were present in the workforce at that point of time. But what was happening? They were also leaving the workforce in large numbers. 18% of them quit the workforce year on year, which is roughly 1 out of every 5 women. And I'm sure, all our lives and our daily lives and the fact that we see a lot of women around us doing the same thing is proof of this, isn't it? I mean, it's not just you. You see so many other women like you who are there, who take that break and who exit the workplace, right? See a lot of nodding heads there. Yes, so I know that's a truth that really goes home. So what happened? So we created this initiative to include second career women into the whole discussion that corporate India has about talent and about talent pools. So what kind of women are required? So we need women of every type of skill, every type of educational background, work experience, and corporate India slowly began to realize that this was an unmistakable and an unignorable talent pool. So that's what happened in the initial stage when we were really creating the network. We started from about 200 members, and over the 3 years we moved to about 5,000 members. Most of it was in the south of India. And we had breakthroughs with 3 big corporate clients to whom we actually threw a challenge. We said, we will be able to staff entire departments of yours with only second career women. Give us an opportunity and we'll prove to you what our women can do. And we got those opportunities. And we were able to translate this into about 750 assignments which were obtained for members. Then we moved on to actually creating the infrastructure, because we found one very interesting thing. Even though women, got placed, even though they had career opportunities, a lot of them were not fully happy. And the reason we realized was because there was a mindset issue with regard to organizations. Organizations were looking at them and probably not seeing the whole picture of why women took the break. I mean, women didn't take the break, for the wrong reasons. They took the break for all the right reasons. They took the break because they were looking after family, they were looking after children, they were actually sacrificing their careers, on the pedestal of work-life integration. So keeping this in mind, organizations actually started having, an aha moment of saying, hey, we must actually change some of the things within the organization in order to accept second career women a lot better. So that's what happened. We put together a few tools which organizations can use. One of it is in terms of assessing the flexi readiness of organizations. How flexible can an organization really be? What is the number of part-time and flexi-time careers that can be created within an organization? And for this purpose, we created a tool called Flexicurity, which provided career security to the individual, to the career-seeking woman professional, and performance security to the organization. Slowly we grew. We came up to 20,000 members. From a small 200 member number, we had moved to 20,000 members. We had about 25 corporate tie-ups, and about 1,300 assignments had been obtained for second career women. We were also doing a whole lot of workshops like sensitization programs and gender balance training. And then, when we look at where we are today, the 27th of September, we have 98 lakh women in the Indian workforce. But if you look at our members, the number of second career women who are there, we have 26,000 members on the network across India. Which is why here in Jaipur, there is such a large number of you who have come over here, accepting our invitation to be part of this event today. And it's a very big memorable moment for us because as a tier 2 city, Jaipur is a city which we focused on, keeping in mind that a lot of you might have moved from other locations to Jaipur, that you might have followed your husbands to the city. And so what kind of opportunities would you have over here? And that is what we set out to create with the help of the two organizations represented by Ms. Sandhya Vasudevan and Mr. Divakar Singhal, which is Deutsche Bank Operations International and Genpact. So with their help and with the help of all our other supporting and partnering organizations, we created this event for you. We have put together a day full of experiential learning for you. So today that's what we are doing, and this is who we are. What I would want each one of you to do, besides the fact that you're going to be networking today, you're going to be listening to a lot of role models who will share their own life stories with you, and you would get inspired by that. What I also want you to do is to go back and talk about this to at least another 10 women. Each of you would have at least another 10 women in the same position as you in your network. Please speak to them. Tell them that there is hope. Tell them that corporate India wants you. Tell them to sort of break through from that ennui which has set in. Break through from that sense of there's no hope, what am I going to do, there's really not going to be possible for me to have a career again, my independence, my economic freedom, all of that is gone. These are the despondent thoughts that usually women think through. What I want you to do today is, first of all, you yourself have taken that first step to break that and come here. That itself deserves a big round of applause and congratulations. But besides that, if you go and inspire another 10 women, if you tell them that life is not over when you have a child, it actually begins, and you will be able to enjoy it in a many-flavored way. Once you start embarking upon your second career, that is the biggest takeaway, that is the biggest service that you can do to the community of women as a whole. What we would also like you to do is, please, I'm sure all of you, have registered on Avatar Ivan, but we'd like you to constantly stay in touch with what's happening. There's a lot that's happening, apart from SEGUE sessions. We have other skill building initiatives. We have recruitment programs which are purely only for second career women. There are a lot of webinars that are conducted. Please stay connected with avatarivan.com. Make sure that your profile is constantly updated and make sure that you are in discussions all the time. Please join us on Facebook. Facebook is the inevitable community that all of us belong to. Whichever community we are part of or not, all of us, one thing that binds us is Facebook. So please like us, join us on Facebook. Make sure that you are constantly updated about what is happening in the world of Avatar Ivan.